Hitters don't stand a chance against lefty Brennan Oxford. The Oyster River High School junior accomplished an extraordinary feat: 4 consecutive no-hitters.
I think I hide the ball well before I throw. Like, I keep it in my glove for a while, and then when I pull it out, it's kind of blocked by my body. I feel comfortable throwing any pitch in any given spot in a game. I think that also helps.
His first no-no almost went unnoticed by his parents, who were in the stands every game.
We didn't realize till we were driving away, and we're like, oh, that was a no-hitter.
Not lost on head coach Craig Wallfield.
I've been coaching 32 years, and I don't know if I've seen a handful of no-hitters. And then to turn around and do what he's done is just, we just kept looking at each other in awe, saying, this is crazy.
Few thought he'd repeat it, including Brennan himself.
I didn't think it would ever really happen again. I thought it was something that just you do once and you move on and try to do your best the next time you go out.
Next outing, Brennan did it again.
I thought that was pretty cool. I also thought that would be the end of it.
Not quite. He threw 2 more.
Then the national media starts to pick it up. The phone starts ringing off the hook.
It all exploded one day, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
ESPN, MLB.com, USA Today, even the Japanese media.
That was the #1 search in Japan. I thought that was pretty cool because I didn't even know people in Japan were reading about it.
All eyes on Brennan's run at history. The record, 6 consecutive no-hitters. Hasn't been done since 1989. No pressure, right? Well, his parents did pick up on a few signs.
He'll be a little more quiet. He might spend a little more time sitting in his room thinking about things than he would normally, which during this streak, he spent a lot of time by himself.
But turns out Brennan was born for this.
He loves the crowd. Like, he wants to show them what he can do.
He wants more. Feed me more. I want to be better.
Brennan first picked up a bat at 5 years old, playing t-ball. Right away, his parents spotted something special.
That's gonna sound funny because they're so little or whatever, but he's the kid that they would go back because he would just hit them really far, and he was so angry that he had to hit off of a tee. He's like, I don't understand why they're not pitching to me. And the fact that they stopped him at the first base, that really upset him as well.
By the time he played Little League, it was clear he was a natural.
His knowledge of baseball, even at that young age, amazed me. He's thinking 5 steps ahead of, the next play as to what's going on, and that's what I think makes him great at the game.
Now 6'1", 180 pounds, 17 years old, in one of the biggest games of his baseball career. A Saturday afternoon, a packed crowd going for his 5th straight no-hitter.
Saturday was the only game where I really thought there was a little pressure, and I made a mistake to the first batter of the game.
An 0-2 count. Then, on the 3rd pitch of the game, a single to left field. The streak was over. The coach heads to the mound.
I cracked a joke, made him smile, and he was fine. I mean, he got tougher.
In fact, Brennan played one of his best games all year. He went 3 for 3, 2 doubles and a single, scored 3 runs, drove in 3. A stolen base, struck out 12, and got the win.
It was the most people I've ever seen at one of our games, and they all came to watch me probably go for my 5th no-hitter, and once I didn't do that, I had to try to do something else that was pretty good.
The entire team could breathe a little easier. They were part of the streak, too.
For me, it was like a weight got lifted off my shoulders. I mean, especially for him, too, because it was just like, whew, finally it's done with, I guess. But, I mean, obviously he didn't want it to end, but I think for him especially, it felt like more that he could almost like throw and have fun with it.
These kids have absolutely become supermen behind him. They've all got his back. They're making great plays out there.
I think they did everything they could do to keep the no-hitters alive, and I think they did that every single game, and I thank them for that.
Brennan finishes the regular season with staggering stats, a 5-1 record with a .16 ERA, his batting average .487, and he was just named Gatorade New Hampshire Baseball Player of the Year. Yet he remains humble and focused.
I still have a lot to improve on. I had a decent offensive year, but nothing that I expect out of myself, and I had a pretty decent year pitching though.
With Brennan's attitude and drive, no doubt his biggest accomplishments lie ahead. He's committed early to Wake Forest University, primarily to play center field, but may get the chance to pitch.
If he keeps doing what he's doing, the world's, go get it. The world's your oyster, go get it.
And it never hurts to dream a little.
If I got a chance, I'd probably either want to play for the Red Sox or the Dodgers.